This is Force on Force, a bracket-style tournament pitting the branches of our military head-to-head on the water. The site, Falcon Lake in South Texas. The commander for this operation is Major Cody Robertson. Each day begins in the TOC, the Tactical Operations Center, set up lakeside, where Major Robertson delivers the rules of engagement for the day.
On, brother. Yes! Yes!
Are you guys even qualified to run a boat now?
There was no nautical buoys for y'all to follow over here. I don't understand how y'all made it.
As long as you know your taxi service, that's all that matters, all right?
That's all that matters, you know. Just follow us and make sure you guys get back safe.
So then we'll go do the real work.
Gentlemen, welcome to Force on Force. I'm Cody Robertson, your ground commander for this operation.
Hoorah!
Gentlemen, the country's been at war for the last 11 years in multiple theaters of operation. It's time to bring the esprit de corps of competition between the branches back to the waters here at Lake Falcon, the #1 lake in Texas. Gentlemen, your mission is to represent your branch's service. You'll face off force on force on the #1 lake in the country, Lake Falcon, in a Sweet 16 style competition, service member against service member, man against fish, branch against branch, in a one-day, 4-hour only tournament that, regardless of conditions, regardless of equipment failures, regardless of fishing pressure, regardless of poor PCCs and PCIs, all the factors of Murphy's Law for the best 5-fish limit and big fish to see who can adapt, overcome, and achieve mission accomplishment and advance to the next bracket of competition for the ultimate military bragging rights as the 2013 Force on Force champions. Today, Navy squid bass anglers will go head-to-head against the jarhead marine bass anglers. Gentlemen, provided is your human intelligence report on the marine bass anglers. Gentlemen, provided is your human intelligence report on the Navy bass anglers.
These guys are gonna be throwing those sissy baits? Come on, man.
I mean, come on, drop shot and buzz bait? Are you guys serious?
You'll have 4 hours to conduct this operation out on Lake Falcon. You'll return back to the TOC to conduct a 4-hour after-action review, hour by hour, sit rep by sit rep. At this time in this competition, you'll be provided your basic combat load from Strike King, providing you all the product that you need in this competition to eliminate your partner. You'll also be provided Dermatone skincare products to protect you from the sun and BioBor fuel additive products to protect the boat during this competition. Should you be eliminated, all the products that you're provided in your basic combat load will be given to the team that advances on to the next level of competition. Gentlemen, bring it in tight for your G2 Intelligence Lake Report of Lake Falcon. Take out pen and paper and prepare to copy. Hold all questions till the end. Direct your attention to this point right here on the map.
Here is your G2 Lake Report. Falcon Lake is one of the top bass fisheries in the country, but for this round of the tournament, the bite will be tough. Water levels are up 5 feet in the last few days. Fish are finding new areas of cover, negating the potential benefits of a prefrontal condition. The temperature as this session started was already near 100 degrees, as this is starting in the afternoon, with winds in the 10 to 15 mile per hour range. Anglers will have 4 hours to find fish and complete the mission.
Gentlemen, this concludes your G2 Intelligence Lake Report. Are there any questions at this time?
No, sir.
Pull, shake hands, and let's fish.
All right, Squid, get ready to be taken down.
Yeah. Very funny.
So you're going right back to back to your tin can. Just go in.
It's all right. You know what? You'll always be welcome for a ride.
Neil, you ready to put these sardines back in their tin can?
Most definitely. They're going down like a submarine.
The teams take off for the first spots of the day. It doesn't take long for the Navy to suspect the Marines of sabotage.
Sneaky guys. They tried to sabotage us up front. Our front graph had absolutely no sonar. They thought I wasn't smart enough to go into those accessory settings and swap it back, but Womp, womp, womp.
Exactly.
You failed, Marine boys.
Exactly.
Well, that doesn't make me happy for the first cast of the day. Have they been sabotaging our reels too?
Meanwhile, the Marines have landed close to launch and are already thinking ahead to the next round.
You know, Chuck and Benny are awesome guys. I love them. There's definitely that rivalry going on now, and got to get past the Navy first, and where else we get to face. But if I can come back and take them down, it'll be some validation for last year.
Our guy's supposed to cook tonight. He says he's making a jambalaya. I'm interested in seeing how this one's gonna come out. It's kind of like being a Marine. Everybody wants to be a Marine and everybody wants to cook like a Cajun. So we'll see how old Chuck does this evening. What's up, Chuck? Still love you, baby. Keep me fed, we'll be all good.
When Force on Force continues, the Marines get on the scoreboard first, while the Navy finds more evidence of sabotage.
We don't have a scale.
Are you serious?
Force on Force is brought to you by BioBore Fuel Additives, by Strike King, and by Skeeter Boats.
I'm Major Cody Robertson from Army Bass Anglers and Zero Tolerance Knives. I've got 2 tours in combat, both in Iraq, and this is my actual zero tolerance knife from Iraq. It's got 2 tours under its belt. It's got hardcore forged steel. It's made here in America, and 2 things are for sure. I never left home without it, and I definitely didn't leave the fob without it. Pull.
Both the Navy and Marine teams are fishing within eyesight of each other on the north side of the lake within minutes of the launch site. It's approaching 1600 hours and neither team has a fish in the boat. There are 3 hours left in the competition.
Fish on. Small one. Hey there, buddy. Nice of you to come visit us.
Now, if you're going to interrupt me, you need to do it with big fish, all right?
Okay.
Come on, it won't weigh. Don't cheat.
Go tell your mama and daddy. The Cajun is here. Come on and meet us. We're gonna give you some good food. Send you off for the full belly.
Man, quit pulling on that fish. You can't stretch it out.
The Marines are represented by Jared Spickelmeyer and Neil Corrett. Sergeant Spickelmeyer is from Boise, Idaho, with 9 years of service and 2 deployments. Sergeant Spickelmeyer's specialty, helicopter crew chief and survival instructor. Lance Corporal Neil Corrett is from Corencro, Louisiana. With 5 years of service as a United States Marine, Corrett has been deployed twice. Specialty, helicopter dynamic component overhaul technician. The Marine bass anglers are fishing for toys for tots.
It might be a 15-inch fish, but it's an Urkel fish. It's not gonna weigh anything. It's gonna look like me. My mom told me if I put on a cowboy hat, I'll look like a nail. You know?
The Navy bass anglers are Brian Pittman and Kyle Reckert. Pittman has 10 years of service in the United States Navy and 3 deployments. His specialty, aviation warfare specialist. Navy bass angler Kyle Reckert is from St. Louis, Missouri. Reckert is an airman with 4 years of service and 1 deployment. The Navy bass anglers are fishing for heroes on the water.
You know, things happen in life that you don't really plan on. I signed up for the United States Marine Corps on a Wednesday. I left that Sunday on a buddy plan. And it was very hard for my mom. But I had a bite right there. She probably cried the entire time I was in the Marine Corps because she missed me. It was just me and her. But I had a job to do, and I was out there doing it. We're number 1. We're the Marines. They always call us in to do the dirty work. We get it done, get it out the way so they can rest and relax.
Doing 1 tour in the military, you grow up a lot really fast, you learn a lot, and there's important life experiences that these young guys will get out of the military that will help them tremendously in life. You You meet a lot of people. You learn what true friendship about, the meaning of teamwork, and you meet a lot of guys that you'll live and die beside. I mean, I still have most of my friends from the military. I'd jump in front of a bullet for them tomorrow. It wouldn't matter. It's just that strong of a connection you get to make with people.
We're all one big family. Even though you're one big family when you're in, you're one big family when you get out. There's a lot of those relationships carry on into the civilian world. And it's like a family away from your family back home.
I was a sergeant, a helicopter crew chief, and civil rifle instructor. Navy guys probably tell you I was a glorified flight attendant. Pretty much was, but you know, I can imagine a better job in the Marine Corps. You're actually in there, not pounding the ground or anything, but you're sitting there getting in there, sit behind your XM 218 50 cal, and you know, you're just going for a ride in the sky. And there's definitely some scary moments, but you know, being in the air is definitely freedom. A lot like being out here on the water.
There's another one. Heel way. Come here, boy.
Force on Force is brought to you by BioBore Fuel Additives, by Strike King, and by All Seasons Feeders.
So before I go to messing with them plastics, don't leave home without your fishing soap. Believe it or not, bass have a huge sense of smell. And you're the smokers and chewers. Heck, for that matter, anything that you touch chemical-wise on your hands, those fish can smell it. And you might have some pretty scented baits, but hey, a good keen sense of smell is gonna see that, smell it and be like, oh God, did the Marines touch this? Leave it alone. So, I'm gonna have to soak my hands up when we get over there. I used to be smelling like a dirty Marine.
Look at that there, Chuck. I got your asparagus for this evening, buddy. Always eat your vegetables.
There's another one. Heel way. Come here, boy. Get in the boat. Yes! Finally! Something we can set on a scale. 1.58. We gotta do better than that, bud. But it's a good start. She'll work.
Army bass angler Vinny Adler is known among this group for his fish chant and accompanying dance.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Vinny's influence is felt in this competition as the Marines are needing something to jumpstart their fish.
The fish calls, come on, get in the boat, fish. Come on, get in the boat, fish, fish.
Is that how it goes? What are results
You
to?
can ask Vinny about that one, it works.
Benny, is there a dance that goes with that?
A little.
A little? I guess you care on demonstrating that one, right?
Let's see if we can get on camera again. Come on, get in the boat, fish. Come on, get in the boat, fish, fish.
There you go. A little jive with him.
It's my jig. It's my special jig.
Oh, yeah, that's your special jig. I understand. Come on, get in the boat, fish. Come on, get in the boat, fish, fish. That's how it goes?
Yep.
All right. Well, you learn something new every day.
You guys got it down better than Vinny does.
All right. Well, you see, I got a little rhythm to me. I don't know if Vinny has any rhythm to him. You know, he's just,
Well, that in his army, so.
yeah.
The feet on the deck of the Navy Skeeter boat are moving as the fish start biting.
Ready to start? There we go. There we go. Fish on, baby. Fish on. No, I don't believe that's gonna help us, but hey, it's another fish. There's a good fish. Yes. Yes, sir. I don't think we should leave this wall. All right. Be two in the whale, bud. Two in the whale. Two in the whale. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think you just... Wait, come here. Let me see him.
Got
Wait, yeah, I got him. What? What? Say again. This fish just told me that he swam over there by that marine guy's bait and it was pink and wearing a skirt. Hilarious. See what you're gonna add to it. 1.60. Barely bigger than our other one, but hey, that puts us over 3 pounds, bud. Puts us over 3 pounds. He's prettier too, so.
Get him?
Yes.
Good fish?
Oh,
Tilapia?
are you serious? A perch was trying to eat that. Man, if it wasn't against the rules, that's a perfect one to throw out there and get that 12-pounder. Look at this guy. What are you thinking? Wow. That ought to tell you how sensitive these dobbins are. A perch bite on a 3/8 ounce. Hey, there again, he said 5 fish. I'm pretty sure he said 5 fish. And I'm pretty dang sure that a perch is a fish. So, worst comes to worst.
We met the goal.
Mission accomplished, baby.
Winners don't quit and quitters don't become Marines. It's time to get to work. Army Bass Anglers is the only all-military, whether you're retired, active duty, or just prior military, it's the organization that is made up and compiled of all professional prior military anglers. We support returning heroes home, heroes on the water, and veterans outdoors. It's always for tots. If you're looking for an organization to get into and bring back that old military camaraderie, where you can beat up on other branches of the service and be surrounded by a great group of guys and gals, Army Bass Anglers is definitely the organization you want to join.
Coming up, when Force on Force returns, both teams battle the clock to return, but Father Time is tougher on one team.
Therefore, you're disqualified from this competition.
Force on Force is brought to you by Ardent, Rule the Water, by ReserveFishing.com, Compare, Reserve, Fish, by Valley Fashions, and by Crankbait Cover-Ups. It's the final moments of Force on Force first round competition. The Marine bass anglers have caught 1 fish but threw it back. The Navy has caught 2 keepers, 2 smaller fish, and a perch.
Gotta be a fish around here somewhere.
Meanwhile, the Navy is wrapping up their day with a good deed. A local angler fishing from the bank has hung her lure too far for her to retrieve. The Navy comes to the rescue and picks up the snagged lure. Now the clock becomes the toughest competitor of the competition. Major Cody Robertson looks at his watch. Neither team is close, and the 7:20 p.m. return time is moments away.
And they're cutting it close. Here they come.
Are we good?
By the skin of your teeth, you just barely made it.
Nice.
You guys were cutting it really close. We were beginning to get worried that y'all were going to be disqualified.
Eventually, the Marines make it back to the dock. And now it's time to see who has what, as both teams are ready to present their reports to the commanding officer.
You know what? You can blame Army G2 on that one. Our intelligence says 7:25.
We did follow directions. We were here actually 2 minutes early.
Gentlemen, welcome back. This is probably the closest finish we've ever had, so we're gonna have to analyze this situation closely. Go ahead and put your full combat loads from Strike King up onto the table. And beginning with the Navy Bass Anglers, starting at 1500 hours, conduct your after-action review with your first sit rep and walk us through your day.
Well, sir, 1500. We assessed the weather situation, realized that the main lake was a little too rough to go to the dam, which was our first instinct. We wanted to go to the dam and try to get on fish, so we stayed here, right here in the cove, and managed to catch 2 dinks, 2 smaller fish, unfortunately weren't weighable, and then turn around and make another pass and catch 2 to put in the boat. From there, we managed to set the hook on another fish back here. Unfortunately, when we got it to the boat, we realized we had about 1.5 pound perch. So all in all total, we landed a total of 5 fish. Only got 2 keepers back in the boat with a total of 3.2.
Okay, 5 fish, 3.2. All right, marine bass anglers, beginning at 1,500 hours, walk us through your day.
Well, sir, beginning at 1,500 hours, we owned some good fish here in the cove here next to the landing. Decided to move out to Main Lake Point on the other side of the cove. Started out there, caught a short fish, got it on camera, and I think it was too short to keep. We noticed some activity in the shallow waters of the grass, so I threw my Strike King jig back up in there, and with that crawfish rage tail, and the fish hit it, and I was reeling him in, and he broke me off of there. So we lost the fish there. We continued on fishing around the cove and going back up deeper into the cove, and then still noticing a bunch of activity. We threw topwaters, we threw spinner baits, we threw just about everything we had at them.
Threw everything in the kitchen sink, huh?
The kitchen sink, and we just came up with nothing.
Well, this would be a tougher decision had you actually had some fish to bring to the scales and bring to the talk, but unfortunately, I have to tell you, you were 1 minute late, therefore you're disqualified from this competition, but in this case, you didn't have any fish, so it doesn't really matter. But we appreciate the hard effort. It is what it is. That's just the way it is in combat. You make it back on time or you don't. But unfortunately, you're disqualified from this operation. Navy bass anglers, you'll move on to the next round. Cool.
If you think you've got what it takes to compete in Force on Force, log on to ArmyBassAnglers.com. You could find yourself fishing in the 2014 Force on Force competition.